What's up YouTube, Barcode here. Today I'm bringing you another Epic 7 video. This might be my second video of the day, but I probably post this one first. It's going to be a how to guild war video, okay? I'm going to just go over the basics. There's a lot of people that have come from different games that are not, the guild wars are similar to those games, but then there's players that haven't even played a gacha before. So this is pretty familiar to Summer's War and Dungeon Hunter Champions and a ton of other different gacha games. I just called out the one specifically that I've played. So let's just get started on how to guild war, guys. Okay, so first and foremost, preparation day, defenses. Okay, there is a strategy that the guild leaders need to go through and decide on how they want to do things. So first and foremost, there is the Black Soul Stronghold. This is your bread and butter. If this gets destroyed, you guys lose. Okay, there's one person on there, my boy Cove, right? Okay, so you don't necessarily have to put the very best player in that stronghold. The reason being is that the only way that people can actually attack this stronghold is if all three fortresses are destroyed. Okay, and that's completely okay. Once they are destroyed, then you are able to go ahead and attack the stronghold. Now, like I say, you don't necessarily need to put the best player in that Black Soul Stronghold. He should probably be about your 7th best guildie in the guild. Okay, and best meaning maybe team comps, gear, whatever the case may be. You might need to monitor this throughout the guild wars in the coming week or two, just so you can see what team comps work, what's the meta, etc. You know, if specific people are getting a lot of defense wins, then you might want to think about putting them in your best spots on defense. Now, the top 3 players in your guild, they need to go in, and I didn't really think about this prior because I didn't get a lot of info on the guild wars, but there's a big tower here on every single fortress. Okay, those should be literally your best 3 players. Okay, because if that main castle goes down, then you're screwed. Okay, so and I didn't know that until going through it. Okay, so you need to, all these other towers need to be destroyed in order to be able to attack the main center castle. Okay, so these 3 castles in the middle of each fortress should be your best 3 players, because if that goes down, then that's one extra chance for them, or not one extra chance, but they're just one step closer to getting to your Black Soul Stronghold. Okay, now your next 3 best players should be spread out, one in each fortress, like right before the big castle can fall. So if the big castle in the middle can't be attacked unless you are unless all the other towers are down. So you need to defend those mini castles in the fortress to protect your fortress so it doesn't get destroyed, so you can protect your stronghold, if that makes sense. So all those 3 castles right there, and then at least one of your top 3 players in each different fortress. Okay, then your next player should be in a Black Soul Stronghold, and the rest of your guildies should be spread out evenly through the fortresses. Okay, that is really the best way to go about defense wise. Now, defense is AI controlled, so there's not much you can do, but you can think about good team comps, right? That's the only thing that you can do, and there's 3 different ways you can go about it, right? There's like a speed comp, defense comp for like first turn, right? If you can outspeed them and at least kill one of the enemies that are attacking you, it's probably better that way. it would be 3 versus 2, and you have a better odds since you can't control the fight to be able to win. Okay, so I have what I'm doing is kind of like a double speed comp, and my gear isn't the greatest at all, but like my Shuri's like 180 speed or something, and Requiem War is like 170 or something, right? But my Kisei is 190. So I use, for me, and it's worked so far, is a double speed comp, because not many players, they usually, so far early this game, they have like maybe one speed character that gives them first turn, and then they've used all their resources somewhere else, right? So I go for a double speed comp. I bring attack buff in both, I bring sustain in both, and I feel like that's pretty much the best way to go about speed. But I have an armor breaker on each one, Requiem Roar and Assassin Cartuja, and you know, Judge Kisei obviously armor breaks too. So that's one way to go about speed comp. Another comp that you could probably do is a tank comp. So I was looking at if you do a tank comp, let's go over to the enemy side. So this tank comp here, nope, not this one, it's the one I just attacked, right? Let me see, and I'm gonna bring up a different video after this one. It's just, I'm going to show, every time I do a guild war, I'm just going to show my battles, my team comps, and my strategies and my thought process on how I go about it. So you know, this second comp right here, which is Destina, Crow, and Falcon Artillery, that actually works. That would actually work pretty well. It's very easy to go about because it's elements, right? There's a lot of sustain. If you can't silence them, or whatever case may be, if you can't kill Crow, because Crow is obviously the biggest threat there, but they're all tanky, they all have high HP, they're going to be slow, but if Crow does his thing, he'll probably nuke down one of the enemies that attack him. I think I took, I'll show it in a different video, but I took, I can't even remember, I think it was Bologna or something like that, and just destroyed them all because they didn't have immunity. Oh, I brought Kisei, right? I'm gonna bring Kisei all the time. Yes, I will. But I lowered the cooldowns, and then I took Bologna and AoE'd them down. I used Diane for the attack buff and the shield, and then Kisei AoE'd, Bologna AoE'd, and it was good to go. So but that's another type of comp that you could do, is like a full tank comp. Or you could do like a sustained support comp. So, you know, armor break, lots of healing, lots of sustain, but as damage dealers, you know, you could either use the lifesteal set, or you know, people that have passives, Requiem Roar, Misty Chain, you know, Bloodstone Artifact, you know, stuff like that, that can do barriers and maybe reflect. Dominiel, yeah, Dominiel come out, right? A lot of different things that we can think of in the future when building something, and I'm just very excited that Guild Wars is finally out. It was actually fun being able to do that for the first time. So let's go into offense, right? So for offense, guys, the best thing to do is, you see how every single fortress and tower has a health bar, right? 100% full. This would be a full tower, hasn't been hit 100%, right? If you knock it down once, it goes to 50%. Okay. After that, then it goes down half, and then done. Okay, or maybe just half. Yeah, half done. Okay. So the best strategy to go about it is because when the timer runs out, like the war ends in 16 hours. When the timer runs out, whoever has done the most damage and destroyed castles is the guild that wins, right? You can automatically win if you just kill the stronghold as soon as possible, but that would mean to pretty much wipe them out completely. Okay, so if you can't do that, then you need to go about just killing them completely. I mean, just doing the most damage you can to get the win, right? So the best way to go about that is knockdown, and whenever you're choosing people to attack, you want to look for full HP towers like this one, Soranson, okay, Butter Jello, okay. You see that there's dead towers, which that's not the way to do it, guys. Come on, guildies. That's why I'm putting out this video, right? So everybody knows what to do, okay. Sato's at half health, Azul Knight at 25%. So the biggest thing is to go through all the fortresses, knock down all their health to at least half. Now, if you're a weaker player and you don't think you'll be able to attack someone that has like a full health, and you don't think you can beat those comps because your characters aren't strong enough yet, then that's fine. Yeah, go to a 25%. Okay, never attack a dead tower, even if you can. I didn't even test that, but go for the higher health bar as much as possible, because you want as much damage done to the enemy fortresses and strongholds as a whole, so that you can get the win if you can't destroy that stronghold. Okay, so like I said, just go through every single tower, make sure that it's at half health. Once you get the half health on every single tower that you're able to attack, then you want to go ahead and focus out the weakest fortress. So like as we did here, the Dalberg Fortress, 0 out of 5, right? Everything is dead now, right? Because you want to get to those middle towers now. So you want to attack these 4 towers, or all the towers are surrounding the big castle, to knock them down. So you can attack the middle castle because it's a full health bar. You knock it down to half, and you might as well just knock it down completely. Or you can move on to a different fortress to try to get to that other full HP tower. Okay, that would probably be the best way to go about it, just overall. Once you have all 3 of the middle towers down to half, then you knock them down, then you go to the stronghold, right? That's the best strategy, and that's how I want my guild to do it. So I mean, this video is mainly for my guild, but I feel like everyone can profit from this, because this is the best way to go about it. So team comps on offense, right? I'm not going to go too in-depth in it, because every single time it's going to be completely different, kind of like defense, but defense is kind of just, you know, okay, here's a meta and go with it, right? And it's all about gear for defense. But on offense, you can manipulate things. The best way to go about it is element advantage, first and foremost, right? So you look at their team comps. Okay, what do they have? They have, for the first round, it's fire and 2 nature, right? In the second round, it's 2 nature and dark. Okay, so really, right off the bat, you always can bring, you know, moonlight characters, right? You know, they're neutral. You have to think about if they have a dark character on the other side, like ML Ken, Commander Lorena, and you bring a light character, they will focus that light character, right? So you have to think about always what the other team has, who they're going to focus, because that is element advantage. Okay, but you also need to think, okay, how strong can I be against those elements? So obviously in first round you can bring an all fire team. That would probably be best. They have Bologna, so you might want to bring immunity, or maybe cooldown reduction, whatever the case may be. A stun, especially for Ken, so he doesn't counterattack. And then, but you have also Sid, who's super fast, right? He's going to be fast, and you know he is. You know he's going to be taking first turn, most likely. He's one of the, I think he's the 3rd or 2nd. He's top 5 speed in the game. Okay. And I did a spreadsheet, so I should know that, but whatever. So, I mean, what you need to bring to that is full fire, or just bring neutral team. You need, if you have a super tanky water character that can tank Sid and Bologna, maybe if you have immunity set so they don't get armor broken, whatever, you know, then definitely do that. And, you know, 1 super tanky water, and then 2 fire characters, one to be able to nuke Sid down, because I think Sid is going to be your primary focus on that. And then go into Bologna, and then just leave Ken for last because he does counterattack. So the second round is Violet. Okay, so another counterattack character, Lorena and Destina. So Destina is going to be super slow. We all know Destinas are slow. They have a low base speed. Lorena, you need to bring someone who can tank the crap out of her, or you kill her first turn. Okay, and then there's Violet. I would just leave Violet for last. After I would kill Lorena first, kill Destina. They don't have an armor break, so if you bring a defense buff, that's even going to be even better if you can do that. You know, Elson, Doris, Crow, whatever, because Crow would be able to pretty much tank the Violet pretty well, depending on the gear. So yeah, I mean, those are just team comps that you got to think about. If they're fast, then you want to maybe stall them. If they have a complete speed team, just stall them out. If they don't have any sustain, you could bring 2 healers and a tank, you know, and just knock them down if they don't have any sustain. Look at their comps. If they have immunity, then bring a stripper or block buffs, or outspeed them and reduce their cooldowns, or stun them, whatever, right? It's always about a thought process. Don't just go in using your best 3 characters to every single match. You're going to lose, more than likely, unless they're all Moonlight characters and you have OP gear, right? But so that's pretty much my Guild War, how to Guild War video. If you like it, please comment down below for any criticism that you think, any other tips, opinions, you know, any suggestions that you might think for Guild Wars for my guild, any guild that watches this video. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll check you guys in the next video. Peace.